Sentence variety is necessary for making a good paragraph or essay. Imagine this. My name is Daniel. I am a man. I am a teacher. I am British. I am bored already. Before I even begin talking about sentence variety, can you see how the repetitive use of just one grammar pattern can make you crazy and make me seem like I don't have much confidence with English? At the very least, it makes me seem lazy when you know that I can speak English. In this video, I want to look at sentence variety, focusing on 3 different types of sentences: simple sentences, compound sentences, and complex sentences. Using a variety of these 3 sentence types will make your writing much more interesting and make you seem more intelligent, even if you're not. Let's have a look at my friend Woody and a past version of me explain the types of sentences. Yeah, it's another compilation of old videos, but these 3 really should be put together because sentence variety matters.
I'm Woody.
And I'm Daniel.
Today, we will be looking at simple sentences.
Wait, simple sentences? What is that? Is that like a prison sentence? Something that I feel I'm experiencing right now.
No. A simple sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought.
I thought, I don't like doing that. It makes my head hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry, but we use sentences every day when writing, speaking, or even on phones.
Like LOL or an emoji? Oh, that sounds great. I can do this. Wait, it's never this easy. How are you going to make this more confusing?
More simple. It's a simple sentence, not a confusing sentence. A simple sentence has 2 parts. You can count to 2, right?
Yeah.
The first part is a subject. A subject is a person or thing that is doing the action. A subject may also tell us what the thing is in a sentence.
A subject, a person or thing that is doing the action.
Yeah. Let's have a look at an example. Jennifer studies English. Because the action is studying, and Jennifer is the one studying, then she is the subject. The subject comes at the beginning of the sentence, or if we are using the be verb, then this tells us what the subject is. For example, Jennifer is a student.
So if I say, I hate English, I'm the subject because the action is hating. I'm really good at that.
Yes, you hate English.
Well, quite simple so far, but I know the next part is going to be confusing, isn't it? Go on then, confuse me.
The second part of a sentence is the predicate.
Oh, I knew it. What is a predicate?
Well, this is the cool part. The predicate is all the rest of a sentence.
Oh, jeez.
Basically, it's everything that is not the subject.
That really is not helpful.
Okay, let's break this down. A predicate always begins with a verb. The verb is a doing word and is always the action in the sentence. Study is a verb because it is an action or doing word. In fact, some sentences are just this, a subject and a verb. For example, John smiled.
Wait, that seems way too easy. So I could say, I wore.
What did you wear?
Oh, clothes, obviously. What, you think I go around naked all the time?
A predicate needs to express a thought. In the example, John smiled, that is what he did. He smiled. It is a complete thought, a very short thought, and doesn't contain a lot of information, but it's at least a complete thought. Jennifer is a student. Is the verb, and a student completes the thought. Jennifer studies English. Studies is the verb, And English completes the thought by telling us what was being studied. I wore is not a complete thought.
Don't get it. How can I know if I have a good predicate or not?
Well, see if you can turn your sentence into a yes-no question.
Oh, yes, no questions. All right, I know about this. I studied these in a different video. Okay, let's try this. Does Jennifer study English?
Yes, Jennifer studies English.
Did John smile?
Yes, John smiled.
Is Jennifer a student?
Yes, Jennifer is a student.
Did I wear?
What? What might you have worn?
Okay, what did I wear?
See, that's not a yes-no question. If you ask, did you wear jeans? That's a yes-no question.
No, I did not wear jeans.
Perfect. The perfect simple sentence. You have a subject and a predicate that has a verb and a completed thought.
So that's it. A simple sentence is just 3 words.
Of course not. The subject can be a phrase such as the boy who lives next door. That's a phrase telling us what the subject is. The verb, well, that's just a verb. Whereas the rest of the predicate can contain more information. The boy who lives next door ran down the road very fast.
Okay, how about Jennifer studies English in the library?
Yes. Or Jennifer is a very intelligent student.
Or John smiled.
And that's how you form a simple sentence. In this lesson, we will be looking at compound sentences.
What does compound mean?
Compound means something that is made of 2 or more things.
So a compound sentence is a sentence that is made of just 2 words?
No.
I guess you're going to tell me something stupid like a compound sentence is made of 2 sentences.
Basically, yes.
What? No, that is wrong. A sentence is made up of 1 sentence. That is why it is called a sentence. Because that's how many sentences there are in 1 sentence. 1 and only 1.
Okay, let me explain. A compound sentence is a sentence that is made of 2 or more simple sentences. I am Woody and Daniel is my partner. A simple sentence, as we learned last week, is a sentence that is made up of a subject and a predicate which expresses a complete thought.
The predicate can be just a verb, or it can be the verb and other information.
Right. For example, my name is Woody is a simple sentence. Daniel is my partner is also a simple sentence.
So then, how do we make compound sentences? I mean, those 2 sentences seem fine by themselves.
Compound sentences combine 2 things that are logically related. When using compound sentences, we get a clearer understanding of how the 2 clauses are related to each other.
Clause. You said clause. That means part of a sentence with a subject and a predicate, right?
Right. Well, as you pointed out earlier, a compound sentence cannot be made of 2 different sentences. However, we can take 2 simple sentences and we can put them into a compound sentence. When we do, they become known as clauses.
Okay, so just to be clear, the 2 original sentences become clauses when they are in 1 compound sentence. Simple sentences are, I like watching TV. I watch TV all the time.
I like watching TV, so I watch TV all the time.
That must be a compound sentence.
Yes, here both clauses are as equal as each other. They both are complete thoughts and can be simple sentences by themselves. When we put them into a compound sentence, we call them independent clauses.
That makes a bit more sense, maybe?
To make a compound sentence, we need a conjunction to join the 2 independent clauses together. Conjunctions are words such as for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. An easy way to remember these words is the acronym FANBOYS.
I like chicken, but I don't like pizza.
To make a compound sentence, we basically put these conjunctions in the middle of 2 sentences or clauses.
I live in Korea, and I really like it.
And is used here to add extra information, or to join 2 similar clauses. Let's try some more and see if you can use the correct conjunction. Let's try John likes ice cream. Sarah doesn't like ice cream.
John likes ice cream, but Sarah doesn't.
Great. Here, we are using but to join two contrasting clauses. Daniel also didn't repeat the like ice cream, as it's the same object in both clauses, and so doesn't need to be repeated. Let's try again. She must rehearse every day. She will not perform well.
She must rehearse every day, or she will not perform well.
Again, great. We are using or because there is more than one outcome or possibility. We can also use or to show a choice. Let's try one more. Jane was very sick. She didn't go to work.
Jane was very sick, so she didn't go to work.
Excellent. We are using so to show the result of something.
Okay, I think I've got it. Is there anything else that I need to remember?
Well, this is writing desk, so it's important to tell you that when we are joining two clauses, we also use a comma before the conjunction. Also remember that conjunctions go in the middle of the sentence, not at the beginning.
So I can't start a sentence with so.
Well, if you find yourself starting a new sentence with any of the fanboys words, have a look at the previous sentence and see if you can make a compound sentence with the new sentence that you are writing. Compound sentences just give a bit of variety to your writing.
Didn't you say that in this lesson we were going to be looking at complex sentences?
That's right. Because Daniel's worried about complex sentences, I will make this lesson easy.
Yeah, I am worried. I'm sure that complex sentences are going to be hundreds of words long and have many, many different clauses.
Actually, I've already given you an example.
What? But the lesson only just started.
Let's take a look. A complex sentence is made up of an independent clause and a dependent clause.
That's like a compound sentence. We take two simple sentences and put them into one sentence. The two simple sentences become known as clauses.
Almost. An independent clause can basically be a simple sentence all by itself.
That means it has a subject and a predicate, or verb and a complete thought.
Well remembered. It's independent because it doesn't rely on something else for aid or for support. Dependent clauses are not the same. Dependent clauses depend or rely upon the independent clause for meaning. Dependent clauses may often look like they could be sentences by themselves, but without the independent clause, they lack real meaning or a complete thought.
Okay, well, let's have a look at some examples of complex sentences.
Okay, let's look at the one I've already used. Because Daniel is worried about complex sentences, I will make this lesson easy. So, take a guess as to which clause you think is which.
Well, I will make this lesson easy. That sounds like a simple sentence. It has a subject, a verb, and a complete thought. So I think that is the independent clause.
Right.
Because Daniel is worried about complex sentences, well, that certainly looks like a complete sentence. It has a subject and a verb, but the thought does not seem complete.
Yes, because it needs the clause, I will make this lesson easy to give it meaning. Let's try another. We will relax at home after we finish this class.
Well, we will relax at home has a subject, verb, and a complete thought. That's the independent clause. After we finish this class is not a complete thought, even though it has a subject and a verb. So that is the dependent clause.
Well done. To connect the two clauses, we need a subordinating conjunction. The dependent clause always begins with the subordinating conjunction. Subordinating conjunctions are words such as although, when, or because. The list is pretty long, so I'm not going to list them all here.
Wait a moment. You began one of your sentences with the conjunction because. Last lesson you told me never to begin a sentence with a conjunction.
That's true for compound sentences and coordinating conjunctions. But in a complex sentence, you can put the two clauses in any order. This is an important tip for writing. When a sentence begins with a dependent clause, we must use a comma to separate the two clauses. We do not use a comma if the sentence begins with the independent clause.
Can we try some examples?
Sure. John failed the class because he did not study enough.
Because he did not study enough, John failed the class.
Right. You can watch TV when you finish your homework.
When you finish your homework, you can watch TV.
Great. I really enjoy playing tennis, although I'm not very good.
Although I'm not very good, I really enjoy playing tennis.
Good again. Jane cooked dinner after she got home.
After she got home, Jane cooked dinner.
Excellent. So, a final point about complex sentences. Complex sentences are important because always using simple sentences can be very repetitive. Complex sentences not only make your writing more interesting, but make you look more interesting and intelligent.
Review. Varying the types of sentences you use helps bring more life to your writing and helps you express yourself better. Let's have a quick review of each of the types of sentences. A simple sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought. A simple sentence has two parts. The first part is the subject. A subject is a person or thing that is doing the action. A subject may also tell us what the thing is in a sentence. The second part of a sentence is the predicate. The predicate is all the rest of a sentence. Basically, it is everything that is not the subject. A predicate always begins with a verb. The verb is a doing word, so is always the action in the sentence. In fact, some sentences are just this, a subject and a verb. A predicate needs to express a complete thought. To know if you have a good predicate, turn your sentence into a yes/no question. Compound sentences are used to join two related sentences together. To make a compound sentence, we can take two simple sentences, and when we put them together into a compound sentence, they become clauses. In a compound sentence, both clauses are equal. Both clauses are complete thoughts and can be simple sentences by themselves, so we call them independent clauses. We can use and, or, but, so, as well as other fanboys words to join the two sentences. Conjunctions go in the middle of a sentence, not at the beginning. When writing, we should use a comma before the conjunction, and although in speaking, many people may begin a sentence with a conjunction, in writing, it's best not to. A complex sentence is made up of an independent clause and a dependent clause. An independent clause can basically be a simple sentence all by itself. Dependent clauses may often look like they could be sentences by themselves, but without the independent clause, they lack real meaning or a complete thought. To connect the two clauses, we need a subordinating conjunction, such as although, when, or because. The dependent clause always begins with the subordinating conjunction. In a complex sentence, you can put the two clauses together in any order. When a sentence begins with a dependent clause, we must use a comma to separate the two clauses. We do not use a comma if the sentence begins with an independent clause. And that's it. That's the end of our video. Subscribe for more videos like this, as well as a variety of English learning videos. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye bye.